March is Poison Prevention Awareness Month, and the closest we've ever come to a poisoning scare in this house involved coffee grounds, a guest room door, and one very uncomfortable dog. This is a Caesar story, and it's a reminder that even careful homes can have accidents. All of our dogs have always been crate trained. Rocco, Moose, and before them, Connor and Caesar. We very rarely left them loose in the house when we went out. I can probably count on one hand how many times that happened. This was one of those times. We were running errands, we left Connor and Caesar loose, and we had a guest staying with us. She had a bag in the room she was using, and inside that bag were coffee grounds. The door to that room wasn't closed. Totally our fault. We came home and realized Caesar had gotten into the coffee grounds. Now, if you've ever had that moment where you see something torn open on the floor, you know the feeling. Your stomach drops. You start calculating how much they might have eaten. You start Googling faster than you've ever Googled in your life. Coffee grounds contain caffeine. Caffeine is not great for dogs. So we called our vet. They asked questions. How much? How long ago? Was he showing symptoms? At that point, he wasn't showing anything severe. So they told us we didn't need to rush in immediately, but to monitor him closely. And while it didn't become a poisoning emergency, poor Caesar had a very rough night. Let's just say there was a lot of digestive regret. He was okay, and we were lucky, but that moment sticks with you because it happened in a careful home with crate-trained dogs on one of the rare days they were loose, with a guest staying over, and one door that wasn't shut. That's how most poison exposures happen, not because someone is careless, but because life is happening. When we think of poisoning, we tend to think of dramatic things, but most of the time it's everyday items. Chocolate, xylitol, human medication, pill organizers, grapes and raisins, coffee, caffeine, cleaning products, and certain plants. And sometimes it's not even something you bought. It's something a guest brought in, something in a purse, something in a suitcase, something set down just for a minute. Dogs explore with their mouths, and they're fast. If you think your dog has gotten into something, step one, call your vet or an emergency vet. But here's something many people don't realize. There are also pet poison control lines that both you and your vet can call. And I'm going to say these slowly so you can screenshot them. ASPCA Animal Poison Control, 888-426-4435. Pet Poison Helpline, 855-764-7661. These numbers will also be on the screen and in the description. Save them in your phone. Now, not later. One thing to know, unlike human poison control, pet poison control is not free. There is usually a consultation fee per case. It varies, but it's typically in the $75 to $95 range. That can feel frustrating in an emergency, but here's why it matters. Emergency vets often call these same services anyway for toxicology guidance. So sometimes you end up paying through the clinic. Sometimes you pay directly. Either way, having the number ready can save time when minutes matter. This video isn't about making you paranoid, it's just about awareness. Things we do now We double check guest rooms. We close doors. We look at bags on the floor. We think about what's on counters. We stay mindful of medications. Not perfect, just more mindful. Because again, we were careful, but it still happened. When you love dogs, you do your best to keep them safe. But safety isn't about being perfect. It's about being prepared, knowing who to call, knowing what's risky, and knowing accidents can happen. Caesar was okay. He just had a very long night. But that moment taught us something we've never forgotten. March is Poison Prevention Awareness Month. So take 5 minutes today. Save the numbers. Look around your house. Think about the little things. And if you ever find yourself staring at something on the floor, wondering how much your dog ate, you'll know what to do. Give your pups a hug from us, and we'll see you in the next one.